August 20th, 2022. Dear Diary, my mom almost hit Thomas Sanders with a rent-a-car. That's not even clickbait, that actually happened. You know, you learn something new every day. I forgot he was silly, you didn't see that. I know, I'm sorry, I have to take you down. It's just too embarrassing. We'll put him right there. Hi. Hello everybody.
My name is Welcome.
Anyways, I'm gonna be real, I don't even know the last time I've done a face video. Whatever the last Sandersides episode was that I reacted to. I don't know when that was. You think I have a concept of time? I don't. You guys like my new background? I've gotten even more mentally ill. This is the nerd corner. This shelf isn't done yet. They're placeholders. So, August 20th, 2023. What significance does that date hold? Probably none to you, but it does to me. And that's what matters. So, this video is actually being posted on the anniversary of me meeting Thomas Sanders. So I thought it'd be a fun video before I talk about and look back upon that faithful day a year ago today. I thought it'd be fun to go over the history of me trying to meet Thomas, because you may be surprised to know there's actually a pretty long history going back between looking at the camera and looking at the viewfinder, because this has movement and that doesn't. So anyways.
As old as time.
So, the first time that I had ever tried to meet Thomas was actually at the Beauty and the Beast show. I don't know if you guys recall that or even know about it, but it was happening in Florida. I think it was, I want to say it was in Gainesville. I don't know how long ago it was again. Time is a concept. For all I've known, I've been in this fandom for 27 years. I'm like the old man from Up. My autism refuses to let me leave. I'm a little guy. You're a little guy. We're all little guys here. But I remember, I think it was like the weekend after Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure that's what the show was. But I had absolutely begged my mom. I'm like, Mama, please. Please, I want to meet Thomas. Please, can I go? I need to, I'll put a date of how old I was at the time. But I was so excited. I really want to meet him. My mom's like, at the time, I still didn't know how to drive yet because driving is very scary, and it was then, and it still honestly is now. And I remember she was like, okay, fine, I guess, but I don't want to drive all the way there by myself. You're gonna have to get your friend Cassidy. I'm like, okay. So I bought 3 tickets to go to the show. And I was so excited. It was the night before, and I was freaking pumped, man. I was so excited, because a friend of mine at the time was also going, and then I think Emma was also going. I don't remember. I think that was the show that they were going. I don't remember. But I was really excited. Come the morning that we were supposed to start driving over there, because it's not like I live, super duper far, but I don't know, I feel like Americans obviously understand how big America is, but I don't know if other people do. Like, my friend Mitty thought that Florida and California weren't that far apart, and then did not realize they were on separate coasts. So maybe you don't understand, but I live in South Carolina, like the top of it, so it's not like it's near the bottom. Having to drive from there to down to Florida, which we've done before, but it is a feat. I think it had been like 8 hours. Anyways, point is, tangent aside, come the morning, she was like, I don't really want to do it anymore. I'm kind of tired. I don't want to do it. Devastated. Little me, devastated. I think in moments like those, where you're just like, this is it. This is my final straw. I can't go on anymore. But of course, I live vicariously through my friend who did end up going at the time. And she had FaceTime to me, and we talked about it. And I was like in the living room with her talking, and she had gotten the chance to talk to Thomas. And then my mom was also listening in, and by the end of the call, she had mentioned that Thomas had mentioned me, because they were just talking about fandom creators and all that stuff. And then my mom, after the call was over, she was just like, I'm gonna be honest, actually, no, I should do a southern white lady accent. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ashley. I kind of thought you were lying. I didn't actually think that you knew who when you win. I'm gonna be honest, Ashley, I thought you were lying. I didn't know that he actually knew who you were. I thought you were just making that up. If I would have known that he actually knew who you were, we would have gone. And I just sat there, appalled, that, what, is there a gnat? And I just sat there, appalled. Like, no, Mama, I did not lie. I did not lie. I wanted to go see him, partly because I knew he knew who I was. Why would you do this to me, Mom? Yeah, that whole thing. So attempt 1 failed. I had spent $75 on tickets for something that didn't happen, and that's not the first time I will be losing money in this video. So, next one. You know, honestly, at the end of the day, it kind of felt like, especially, I will say, during that call with my friend at the time, it felt like a dead moth. Ugh. Dead moth. Honestly, I think after, especially that FaceTime, I felt like like her bringing up like, oh, this happened. I felt like that Janice meme where in like the 5-year anniversary video where he's talking about like the freaking lies thing.
It's a song about lies!
And I wasn't there for it! Yeah. Anyways, teehee. On to the next one. VidCon 2022. And I know what you're thinking, but Ashley, Thomas didn't even go to VidCon 2022. He's been to any— that moth wasn't dead. But I know what you're thinking. Ashley, VidCon 2022? Thomas didn't go that year. You silly goose, what were you doing? Well, I was told he was. I thought he was. So I spent like $2,000. Again, I live on the East Coast. So I flew to the West Coast. Yeah, no, he didn't go. No, I did not see Thomas that year. You know, all is fair in love and war? I don't think that counts. But you know what? All these people who got to meet Thomas in like all the years prior VidCons and 2022, but did you meet Cardboard Thomas? I don't think so. To be honest, I think honestly people had a lot of fun with Cardboard Cutout Thomas, so I think I kept the fanner spirit alive that year. Just saying. Anyways, I just want to clarify for people who don't know, I did not willingly get that. That was a gag gift from my own mother, my own trusted mother for Christmas. I did not spend money on that. Okay, I don't even know what the estimated total is at this point, I'm gonna be honest. Like 75 plus 2,000. We're not gonna talk about it. Anyways, next up, Heathers. Heathers. So my birthday came up where it was July, but it was probably like mid-June, I'd say, where the news about the Heathers benefit concert thing happening. And of course, me being me, and after many attempts of trying to meet the man in person, I hopped on that. I was like, Mama, it's gonna be my birthday. I'm gonna be turning 20 years old. Oh, please, can I meet Thomas Sanders? And the deal basically was that I was gonna pay for the hotel, the rent-a-car, and then all the gas from the rent-a-car. And then my parents were gonna pay for the airplane tickets. Luckily, we got them pretty cheap because there's just like this airline that comes out of South Carolina that goes down to Orlando for pretty cheap. But you're not allowed to have a carry-on or something, or it's very expensive for carry-ons. I don't know, you know, it's those airplane flight antics. Why did my sibling come along with me? For free? I don't know, they also wanted to see Thomas. You know, I feel like the circumstances of my life just end up with me out of money. By God, and my own selfishness of wanting to meet Thomas. So, about the Heathers concert that I think is actually pretty funny is that, my friend Ian— there is no context, just say something.
I'm a warning warrior.
Made fun of me because he thinks that I should have acted on these 2 instances, that I could have met Thomas before the Heathers show. Actually, for the Heathers show, I wanted to meet Thomas, like, I wanted it to be a surprise, honestly, but I was like, oh, probably not the best idea. I think probably I should tell him just so everything goes well and everything, because I don't know if he'll be able to meet people after the show, and I really want to be able to after my many failed attempts using do you know that I snap weird? This is how I snap. Anyways, ADHD brain. But I wanted to make sure I had the opportunity to meet him, so I DM'd the man because again, fandom privilege. He was like, yeah, that's fine. Just tell this lady, and then you can be able to meet me. And I'm like, neat, cool. But honestly, there was a part of me that did not want to say anything and then just watch the show and then meet him. And then I thought it'd be funny. I'm like, oh, he won't know who I am. And then I'll just tweet about it afterwards and be like, hey Thomas, I was at Heather's. But many of my friends told me that was a very stupid idea because there's a chance that he wouldn't be able to meet people during the show, and also he probably would know who I was. But you know, comedy, healing the world with comedy. Also, I think that was like, I don't know if that was after the live stream with Elsa and Mitty and him. No guys, he doesn't know what I look like. I don't know why in my mind I thought he wouldn't know what I looked like. I'm a mysterious, I would have been shown in there and he wouldn't have known who I was. I'm a silly little guy. So obviously the entire flight, you know, like it was like I finished work and then, you know, I went to bed, and I had taken off work for this because I only, I think at that point, I was just working week. By the way, I want to clarify actually, random tangent aside, this is before, like this was the day or the weekend before school started, and I was just on them like, I need to meet this man because of autism. I'm just saying. But, you know, we leave at like 6 a.m. We get there, blah, 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 bada bing, bada boom. And I get to meet my amazing friend, Katie. I love Katie. And then that night, turns out, or we've been to Orlando before for like Disney World and everything, but we had never been around like, I would say, the surrounding area. And we were trying to find parking because, you know, we live in a relatively small town, so we're very much not used to paying for parking. So we were trying to find parking for cheap, which was not gonna happen. We were driving around trying our best to even just find the theater, and then from there find like parking nearby. We drove by in our precious rent-a-car a man who was probably like 5'10", wearing all black in the Orlando, Florida summer heat with his black mask, his black shirt, his black pants, and his big black boots, and lo and behold who it is. It's Where's the cardboard? I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot I had thrown him. Lo and behold, it was Thomas Sanders, but Virgil-fied. Yeah, no, he was just standing there like a normal person on the side of the road, which is like valid. I made the mistake of saying, hey, is that Thomas? Looking out the window at him as we passed him. And then my mom and my sibling, who were sitting in obviously the front seat, my mom was driving, because as we have established, I'm terrified of driving. I did not want to drive in Orlando, so my mom did all of that. They both went, huh? Where? And then my mom, looking over, accidentally kind of swerves, and she almost hits him, and she hits the curb, and we all kind of bounce, and then we keep going straight, and all of our eyes are just like, oh, okay.
Girl, that party was so live last night. Girl, watch out, watch out, watch out.
So, I don't know, Thomas is, as far as I'm aware, Thomas does not know that he almost got hit by a rent-a-car by my own mother before the Heather's show, or if the very least, he does know that he almost got hit by a car. He probably doesn't know that it was my mother, so, you know. Thomas Sanders almost died at the hands of Warner Mom. We'll go with that. So, yeah. Thomas Sanders isn't dead. Confetti. So later on, and then we were eating out at a restaurant, and then the other side of the restaurant, I'd say like here's the restaurant, and then here's like the theater, and then here's like another restaurant, and then this is the crosswalk in the road and everything. Thomas comes out, and he's just standing there, and then again, freaking, my mom is bullying me to go say something, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. Everything is falling apart. I'm not gonna do that. That's hashtag cringe. My one thing in life is I don't want to be cringe, and it's very hard because I am very cringy. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And he's just standing there, and I want to make it clear, I would never make fun of Thomas Sanders, except I make fun of Thomas Sanders all the time. And this was, again, this man wearing all black in the Orlando summer heat, and it starts raining, and he's just on his phone. No umbrella. Everyone else has umbrella. I don't know what he was doing. He was doing something. Typical Sanders moment. But I didn't do that. I was too afraid. Again, we had almost hit him by a car, and then also I knew I was gonna see him later, so I thought it'd be weird to go up and be like, hey, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. So yeah. So the show was really good. We're gonna fast forward. We're fast forwarding. We're in the show. I wasn't rich enough to get one of the, because again, I had to pay for everything but the plane tickets for this show. And it was 3 people because my sibling tagged along like a freeloader. Still angry about that. So we had like the front tickets, like not like obviously the expensive ones with the little tables, but it was just the chairs. And I think we sat behind, like, Calypso's mom, like that teacher from the Vines. And the only reason I know that is because Thomas pointed it out in a live stream he did with, like, some of the people from the Heathers cast. And I was like, oh my god, that's why that lady looks familiar. Oh my god, we were so annoying. I'm so sorry to her. I hope she didn't hear the joke of that because me and AJ kept making jokes about Thomas looking emo. I hope she did not hear that. Come performance time, oh my god, like freaking amazing. They were all such amazing freaking singers. Like, by the way, all of the women were so pretty. They were so gorgeous. What is her name? Heather Chandler? The girl who played Heather Chandler? I'm just saying. I'm blanking on names right now, but especially the girl who played Veronica. She was so good. Oh my god. Moving on though to when Thomas came out. Again, seeing a man that you've obviously been into for so long be real is already real enough, especially because you found out he was real when you accidentally almost hit him with a car. But running out onto the stage and he's wearing, again, his all black, and then there's like safety pins all around his neck, and he has like all this makeup on, which you'd think I'd be used to because of Virgil, but I wasn't. I wasn't prepared for this. Seeing him run on stage with his little, like for the fight, I think it was the fight scene, I don't remember. It was, look man, I was going through it. I was like, oh my god. Again, me and AJ were just cracking up jokes the entire time. As much as I did not like them freeloading, they gave me comedy content. We were a riot back there. Again, I'm so sorry to Calypso's mother. But I'm honestly not really into, like, I want to say, like, live vocal stuff. My ears are so ruined by remixes and electronic music. That's all I listen to. But again, hearing those songs live, amazing. And you, not to brag, but getting to hear Thomas Sanders live, that man can sing. Good for him. We already knew that, but like getting to hear it live, amazing. Are you guys all jealous? I got to hear Thomas say the F word in person. I know, it's a weird, it's a flex. I want to clarify, the only thing I knew about Heathers is from fandom adjacent friends of mine who would not stop singing Candy Shop. I get it. Why now are you chewing on my dick? I think that's what she says. I don't remember. And then also AJ telling me things that I completely forgot afterwards. And then also like people making AUs from Sanders sides. I think everyone made like Virgil either JD or Veronica. Versatility, variety. I think it starts with a V, just like Virgil. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Also, getting to see, I will say the funniest part of that entire thing was definitely just the censored blanket scene. You never forget that.
Have you ever had a dream that you once?
I just wanted to say. Also seeing my mom, this southern white lady, clapping along to My Dead Gay Son was an experience, knowing that she is low-key homophobic, so it was kind of funny in an ironic sort of way. You gotta appreciate it. So here comes the meeting time. And I know maybe you, the viewer, are thinking, oh, Ashley, she's interacted with Thomas before. She's cool. She's been on video calls with him before. She knows what she's doing. She's chill. I had the equivalent of a, oh my god, moment where I had plans. I want to clarify this. I had plans as to what was gonna happen. I was like, oh, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna ask for this, and it didn't come out. When he came out and he was talking to another fander and I was just standing there like, oh my god, Ashley, you are so cringe. So I'm standing there and everything I had planned to say immediately out of my head as soon as I ran up to him and I hugged him like a cringy little child. Because the video itself is that it's like me running and I literally like hop. My leg does that thing in me where it's like literally like I don't know how else to describe it, like, you know, like the leg like literally like it just bends up. I don't know what I was on. I was on pure unadulterated happiness. Serotonin. Shout out to that one woman, by the way, who went in front of the middle of this video my sibling took, because according to my sibling, that woman is on a hit list for them because they are always gonna be upset she walked in the middle of the shot. I would show you more video of the meeting, but my sibling only took the one thing because, again, I felt weird having it recorded, and because I didn't want to be cringe. like I told you, being cringe has ruined my life. Cringe culture is not dead. It lives within me and me only. And then all of the audio I did take on my phone, you can't hear me. You just hear the fander beside me talking to Thomas as I try to. So it didn't really... It's crazy. I'm not playing it. Don't worry about it. And again, I had plans. I was gonna say, hey, can we do a photo where I punch you in the face? Because I thought that'd be funny. I'm just saying, imagine it. The ultimate Warner Dude React photo. Me punching him in the face. I thought that'd be pure comedy. I'm like, this is it, the ultimate reaction image. I thought it'd be funny. But the only thing I could muster was like, can I have a photo where I'm hugging you? And I mean, to be fair, I think I had planned as from him, but it was getting really hectic. Things were happening. It was getting loud. It was getting hectic. It was a whole situation. I want to make it clear, though, that I was supposed to be in this photo that he posted on Instagram, but I got really anxious and also scared of how I looked, that if he took the photo and I would have like blinked or looked gross in it, so I was like, I'm just gonna stand to the side. But I was there, physically. Except not physically, spiritually. I think during the conversation, I don't remember a lot of it. Again, it's mostly a blur, and I don't want to remember how cringy I was, but I think I was just like, oh my god, you sang so well. I like your boots, but they're not as cool as mine. And then I show off my Kermit shoes. Oh wait, I almost forgot. How could I forget? Hold on. I gave him a little gift of a little Kermit because I wanted us to match. So I got him one and me one. Hey Thomas, I'm just saying, that Kermit resells on like Macari now for $50. I gave you bank, I'm just saying. Every time I see it in the background of some of his videos, I do get a little giddy, because emotionally I'm 12 years old. But afterwards, I think I was like again cringy, and I sent him a message on Instagram. I'm like, oh my god, this is like as my birthday present. He's like, oh my god, it's your birthday? And I'm like, no, it's not my birthday. My birthday was like a month ago. But this part of this is my birthday present. Also, I believe the police showed up at our hotel. Not for me. I was not, no one called the police on me. I don't know why that came through my head as something to say. But it was crazy. It was absolutely bonkers. I think it was honestly, again, a surreal experience. I feel like when you experience things that are like so surreal and in your head, you build them up that you, again, maybe this is just a me thing, like you kind of forget what happened. So I vaguely know things. I don't remember exactly though. But it is honestly insane to me to again remember that. I can't believe it's honestly been a year since I have gotten the chance to meet him. I hope it was okay. I hope I wasn't too cringy. I don't know. I'm a silly little guy. But I am thankful that I got the opportunity to meet him. I know a lot of fanders haven't gotten to. Definitely fanders at the Heathers concert didn't get to meet him because everyone apparently showed up on like that Saturday or Sunday or whenever it was. I think there was like 20. It was crazy. But the concert itself was freaking amazing. All of the freaking actors and actresses and everything were freaking pinnacle. Like it was, oh my god, it was so good. I know that they couldn't have like done recordings or anything because of like copyright stuff, but like, oh my god, I wish. It was so good. So what's the takeaway from this? Thomas, you're a pretty cool guy. Love and appreciate you. I have tried really hard to meet you, and it happened. Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet? Ooh. I feel like I could definitely get sappy here by like, oh my god, I've done so many edits for you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life. Do you know how many edits? I think it's like over, I feel like it's 300 plus at this point. Let me actually, hold on. I'm not gonna do the math. Okay, no, never mind. It's probably like over 400 looking at the math now.
I don't know. I never counted. I am not really a math guy, you know?
But I feel like I've been sappy so many freaking times. I think he knows that I love him. Again, every kid with autism, cue all of my merch. I can't be bothered to film all my merch, but know that it's there. It's there. So if you guys enjoyed my adventure of me struggling to meet Thomas Sanders, it did happen. That's pretty neat. A lot of people were interested in how my mom accidentally hit Thomas with a car. She didn't. He's alive. You can all thank my mom. Anyways, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. I'd say subscribe for more, but I mostly make edits. I don't show my face all that often. So yeah. Thomas, if you're watching this, I don't know, I may add you on Twitter. We'll see where the night goes. You should post the 5-year anniversary script to Patreon. And then also the incorrect quotes footage, but without the photos for editors like me. And then also you should post the end cards full screen, like some of the older ones like SVS Redux. I feel like one of those trolls at this point. Answer my riddles 3 and I'll free your mom. Please. You know, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just a little guy. But yeah. I don't know how to end these. But, oh man, I forgot to make a... My friend Ian really wanted me to make a story time reference. Story time!